Starting in 2028, new games on PlayStation will no longer be released in physical disc format. If you want to buy a new game for your PS6 or PS5, the only way will be on the official PlayStation Store online. Rumors say the next Xbox might be digital as well. So, are physical games dead? Well, despite the doom and gloom, I don't think so. Let me explain. It's estimated that approximately 83% of console game sales are digital. However, I do feel for the 13% of gamers that still appreciate physical media. I grew up on game cartridges for my Nintendo 64 and Super Nintendo, and eventually CDs and DVDs for my gaming computer before Steam was a thing. I don't buy physical much anymore, but I still have fond memories of reading those game instruction manuals on the ride home from the game store, then rushing to jam the cartridge into the system to play the game immediately. Once Steam got big and games were cheap and easy to download, I've pretty much stuck with digital ever since. It's super convenient, especially now with fiber internet. Plus, back in the day, the Steam sales were unreal. Most games in the sale were 80 or 90% off. I remember buying so many games back then that I would give them to my friends, and I wasn't even really making that much money. As much as I enjoy the convenience of digital sales, I've started to appreciate physical games again. The Analog 3D is a great console, and playing the games that I grew up on has been a blast. I'm also excited for the upcoming M64 by Mod Retro. Not only can it play Nintendo 64 games, but Mod Retro is also publishing brand new games for the console, as well as bringing back some of the older N64 titles. So, with modern console manufacturers abandoning physical media, I think we'll see a surge in physical retro game media, especially now with modern computer components being overpriced, with the memory shortage. Gamers will play on older hardware and look to retro games and small indie games. We might even see more indie games start releasing physical media again. Distributors like Limited Run Games already sell limited copies of both big and small titles. I'd love to see more indie games offer physical games to fill the void left by the AAA industry. Maybe it'll be like Cyberpunk 2077, where everyone uses cyberdecks to run their favorite programs off of cartridges again. So while there is a lot of doom and gloom in regards to this news, I think it just means the games industry is evolving and will look a little bit different than what we're used to. Most games will be digital, and some indies will provide physical editions in the form of a USB drive or a cartridge if it's for a retro console like the Analog 3D or the M64. We might even see a return to DVDs. They're cheaper to distribute, and drives are relatively cheap. So chin up. The gaming industry has changed a lot before, and it'll keep evolving as time goes on.